What if I told you an empty chair could change someone's life forever? This is the story of a promise, a loss, and a miracle you'll never forget. It was a quiet Monday morning in a small town cafe called Harbor Light. The aroma of freshly brewed coffee drifted through the air, mingling with the soft hum of conversation. Behind the counter stood Mr. Henry, a man in his late 60s with kind eyes and a gentle smile. He had owned the cafe for over 40 years, and almost everything inside had a story. The antique clock on the wall, the faded photographs, even the mismatched chairs. But there was one chair that stood out. It was a sturdy wooden chair painted in a warm shade of blue, sitting at the corner table by the window. Every day, no matter how crowded the cafe was, that chair was never occupied. New customers often asked, "Is someone sitting there?" Henry would simply smile and say, "Yes, but they haven't arrived yet." The story behind the chair. Years ago, Henry had a best friend named Sam. They grew up together, played baseball together, and even dreamed of opening the cafe together. But life took different turns. Sam joined the military, while Henry stayed and built the cafe. Before Sam left for deployment, they made a promise. No matter where we are in the world, when we meet again, we'll have coffee in the corner by the window. For years, Henry waited for the day Sam would walk through that door. But one day, a letter arrived. Sam had been killed in action overseas. Henry was devastated. For weeks, he couldn't even open the cafe. But one morning, as the sun rose over the harbor, he remembered their promise. He decided that even though Sam couldn't be there physically, he would always keep a chair ready for him. The meaning it took on over the years. That empty chair became more than just a tribute to a lost friend. It became a symbol of hope. Henry started telling people that the chair was for someone you're still waiting for, someone you believe will walk into your life. People began to connect with it in their own way. A widow came every Sunday and sat at the table across from it, remembering her late husband. A young man left a flower there for the sister he hadn't spoken to in years. The chair silently carried hundreds of untold stories, each one filled with love, loss, and longing. The day everything changed. One rainy afternoon, the cafe was nearly empty when a young woman in her 20s walked in. She was drenched, shivering, and looked like she had been crying. Henry offered her a hot chocolate, and she chose the seat by the window, across from the empty chair. She asked softly, "Who's the chair for?" Henry told her the story of Sam and the promise they made. When he finished, she wiped her tears and whispered, "My dad used to tell me about a friend named Henry from this town. He said if I ever felt lost, I should find him." Henry's heart skipped a beat. "What was your father's name?" "Sam," she replied. Henry froze. In that moment, it felt like time had folded in on itself. The young woman was Sam's daughter. She had never met Henry before, but her father had told her about the cafe, the harbor, and the chair by the window. The promise fulfilled. That day, Henry finally filled the empty chair, with Sam's daughter sitting where her father once promised to be. They talked for hours, sharing stories, laughter, and even tears. For Henry, it felt as though Sam had returned, not in body, but in spirit. From that day on, the chair was never truly empty again. It became a reminder that even when we lose someone, love has a way of finding its way back, sometimes in the most unexpected forms. Moral: never stop leaving space in your life for hope. Even when it feels like someone is gone forever, the love you shared has a way of coming back. Maybe not the way you imagined, but always when you need it most. If you could keep one chair reserved for someone in your life Who would it be for and why?
If you liked this story, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel.